What's up?
You know, they can't see it, but you walk in over here the same way every single time you start the video.
Do I?
You're like... if they can't see it, you're like...
It's because I psyched myself up. All right.
Race just ended.
The race did just end. Right now.
Like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, they interviewed the Brad Keselowski, and then we're like, let's do the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. And then he was like, all right, okay. And I was like, let's go then. So we got up, and then we walked down here, and then we walked down steps. But Austin forgot his hat.
Yeah, so I had to go back up
Yeah.
the stairs. Then I went down here. Caleb went and threw it up, and it stuck on our ceiling.
Yeah, it's way up there. And then I switched out the decorations, and Austin hasn't said anything like he noticed yet.
Yeah, and then I went like this. I did notice, though. Is Carson home so far?
Not that?
Oh. These?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. This right here, this is Steve Park. That right there? Nope, not Greg Biffle. Todd Cleaver.
Shout out to you, Todd.
I don't know where you're at today, but keep on cleaving.
All right.
All right.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
All right. Welcome to Shifting Gears.
We have 5 different gears we're going to go through, 5 different topics we're going to talk about. Let's go ahead and get that first one.
All right. Shifting into first gear, we got some news from this last week we have to discuss, and that is the penalties.
Yeah.
I said last
Big
week that
time
I didn't
penalties.
think Hendrick was going to get a penalty, but they did.
We were wrong.
I was wrong because apparently they thought they were cheating. But I want to see because I want to see if
they're
appealed
appealing it.
They're appealing it. I want to see what they do because the thing is, if they're telling the truth and they just could not fit in there, then how the heck are they just going to race without them? I got to make them fit somehow. If that's the case, but if they are just using it as an excuse, then it'll be upheld. But I'd like to just have some more transparency. Like, tell us, hey, this is what it should look like. This is what it looked like. That way we get an idea of what they did.
You know, we have no idea.
But it's like they are so secretive. I don't know. And then Denny Hamlin, he got penalized.
Everybody's saying it's his fault for coming out on this podcast.
I know. So this is the only thing I want to say. I have held my opinion from him because I wanted to see what he thinks. But here's my opinion. Of course, just before I say this, I just want to say, not a Denny Hamlin fan. Don't like Denny Hamlin. Never have liked Denny Hamlin as a driver. As a owner, he's fine. I guess he's fine. But as a driver, just haven't really liked him. Here's what I'll say. Did he wreck him?
No.
Everybody's like, he intentionally wrecked him, and he's got to get penalized for that because he just came out and said, I intentionally wrecked him. He didn't wreck him. Here's what I have to say. How's that any different than what Joey Logano did to William Byron at Donington?
Yeah.
After the race, he said, wow, he squeezed me into the wall, so I put him in the wall.
But no penalty.
No penalty for him. That was probably worse.
I think NASCAR needs to draw the line because they give penalties out left and right for stupid things, but then don't do it for the same thing at other times. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
I think something like that doesn't need to be penalized. That's just racing. You're going to get mad at each other. You're going to do that. Move on.
That's the only thing. Because otherwise, if they penalize him now, then they're going to penalize everybody that does this. And I don't want that to happen. Then we're going to go back to people that won't have any personality whatsoever because they're too afraid to say anything. Otherwise, they'll get penalized.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't understand. The whole time I'm sitting here listening to NASCAR radio and nobody ever said anything about, they didn't actually wreck him because everybody's like, well, he wrecked him. He shouldn't do that. He shouldn't do that. And they're penalizing him. I get Denny Hamlin's not a liked driver. I don't like him. I don't think he should get penalized for that. I mean, he literally did not wreck him. Now, if he would have spun him out, caused a caution on the last lap or something like that, then yes, I would say penalize him because especially after he came out and said that. Then he intentionally did it. Then okay, I can see where you'd penalize somebody like that because he openly admitted to spinning him out, and he did cause a caution on the last lap. and then the race is affected at that point.
Yes.
But nobody was affected except them. I mean,
No, I strongly agree because
I think it was dumb what he did.
I don't think. I mean, I think it's stupid, but also, they shouldn't have got penalized. There's no reason. I mean, because like you said, nobody's gonna do anything to each other now. There's not gonna be rivalries because people are gonna be too afraid to get fined $500,000 and whatever, and
I just thought it was dumb. He didn't wreck him. Put him in the wall. Don't give him that much credit.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway,
Shifting to second gear, Justin Allgaier's statement at the end of the Xfinity race.
yes. What do you think?
Disagree. He's saying that I can't quote him, but saying
He said, "I'm embarrassed for the sport right now." Here's the thing. I'm a Justin Allgaier fan.
Me too.
So I'm like
really close
contradicting-
to where we are.
I'm contradicting what I think right now. But anyway, he's only from 45 minutes away from where we live. Love Justin Allgaier, especially around here. Even people that aren't NASCAR fans love Justin Allgaier. There's stuff everywhere of his. But anyway, couldn't disagree more with what he said.
Yeah.
Okay, he's like, they ruined a perfectly good racetrack. It's no excitement whatsoever. I can't believe anybody. I'm so embarrassed for the sport right now. I get he probably said a lot of that because he's mad because he got wrecked by his teammate again. That's a different subject. JRM has wrecked one of their teammates every race this year.
Yeah.
Anyway, but the same can say, how can you not look at, I understand there's a lot of yellow flags this weekend in the trucks and Xfinity, but how could you not look at the finishes and the racing in there and not say that it's better?
And right here, Old Atlanta, it was fun, had a history to it. That's great.
It's cool to watch them slide around.
But this is exciting racing. I mean, like,
Somebody pointed out one of the last races they did was Kyle Larson led 98% of that race. Yeah, they were slipping around, but he was 14 seconds ahead of second. You really think people are going to come out to watch that? No. Even the Kansas race, the spring Kansas race last year was a great race on TV. I was there. Boring. Why? Because we have no concept of what's going on. It's a strategy race. When there's a strategy race, it's good to have a strategy race. Don't get me wrong. You can't have incredible excitement the whole time. But I was there, and I didn't know what was going on. So it was not that great of a race to me in the stands. So nobody's going to come out to watch stuff like that.
Yeah, I for sure disagree with them. I think it's a lot more exciting. It gets everybody there because they want to see them racing that close all the time, all race. And then end up having, it's going to be a good finish, So.
Yeah, but especially you look at, that was one of the best Xfinity finishes in a long time, I thought. It was really cool. I don't know how Austin Hill saved that car and won that race. I thought he was for sure turning into at the outside wall. And I thought maybe Ryan Truex had a shot of winning his first race just for that split second, and then he just didn't do what I thought he was going to do.
Straight somehow.
He's just excuse me.
Yeah.
He was like the AI.
I'm not going to lie, I was hoping he would wreck because I didn't want him to win. I'm not a big fan of his.
I like him. I don't mind him at all. Caleb doesn't like him for some reason, but yeah, he was. He's
too good for Xfinity, and it's a weird reason not to like a guy. I want him to move the cup because when it gets to the point where you're winning so many races in that truck or Xfinity, it's just like, man, you're just dominating and it's not fun. I want I want the teenagers to have no idea what the crap they're doing to have fun and race and have a chance at it.
No, I agree with you there.
Yeah.
I'll just say that he only won maybe twice last year, so I didn't think he was actually going to be as good as he is this year. But he's got a shot of doing a lot of stuff this year. He's definitely getting ready for Cup, that's for sure. But anyway, so I just thought it was how can you look at that and say I'm embarrassed for the sport because they had a cool finish? I don't understand.
It doesn't make no sense.
Anyway, shifting to third gear, so a little bit more controversy is this new pit road at Atlanta.
I don't like it.
I don't, but I understand it can't be like it used to. I understand that. I like what Kyle Busch said, where he said maybe go down to 100 miles per hour through the corners down there, and then slow down to that. Still have a pit road speed from that line to the line on the actual pit road of 100, but then have to go down to 45 at that new line. That would make more sense. The only thing here's why I don't like it. One, if there wasn't this, it worked out today, but if there was a green or yellow flag in between green flag pit stops, you're going to have half the field 2 or 3 laps down, and then the other half on the lead lap. Or not pit and stay out and have a lot more laps and stay out for 10 laps, and a caution happens and they be the only one on the lead lap.
Yeah.
And the other guys are 2
laps down.
And
I don't like it either. The thing is, it all works out when everybody pits, right? Because everybody gets on lead lap with each other. It's fine. But Ryan Blaney, he came back from it, which was great and all, but had a speeding penalty, which is okay. usually you're gonna lose a lap, right? You lost 2 whole laps. That's hard to get back.
Yeah.
Like it's stupid how long it takes from. I mean, just to get here all the way around half the track, 45 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I just like, man, that's too much.
Yeah, and then, but not only that, like on other tracks, like if you go a lap, maybe even 2 laps down, I don't know, but mainly it's just usually 1 lap down, and then you could have a caution, and you could do the wave around. You know, then you get all those laps back. But if you're 2 laps down, even if you do the wave around, you're only a lap down there, and so you will never get back up on green flag. Or on lead lap unless there's another yellow flag. So I don't like that. And then the second reason I don't like it is because if somebody slows down, has a problem or whatever, slows down green flag to 45 miles an hour, and they're coming right here, Daytona and Talladega, they have that little, you know, you're going this way and then you turn into the pits that way. That way if somebody spins, you at least have a wall that's cushioning you. You have nothing. For like 45 miles an hour going right here, somebody could spin halfway down the backstretch and just plow you at 170, 180 miles an hour, a car that's going 45. Tell me how that is safer. That's my question. Tell me how that's safer. I know that's a theoretical question, but I don't see how that's safer. I really don't.
It can be dangerous for sure. I don't know. I don't like it at all. It would be different, like, you know, 100 miles an hour or something. That's a little different, but that's a long pit road, 45 miles an hour, literally halfway around the track. I mean, it's just like, no, that's dumb.
Yeah, I think it's dumb. But
gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. I don't know. They'll figure
something out.
Yeah. Shifting in the 4th gear, Ross Chastain and Kevin Harvick.
Here's some controversy.
Now,
So
a lot of people are hating on Ross Chastain. I don't agree because he never actually hit him until he was already spinning out.
Now, I do agree that, yes, drivers do know what the aero sensitivity is on the on the race cars. I get that. You can pull right up behind them and you can get somebody loose. I get it. But everybody, even if you look at this last lap or whatever, everybody's right up close to somebody pushing this entire race. So just because the one time it went wrong and it happened to be Chastain doesn't mean that it was Chastain's fault. Oh, he's just a reckless person. No, he's just a racer. Okay, he didn't mean to do it.
He had bad luck and had to be the one that did it. You know,
Kevin Harvick didn't even seem like that ticked off about it. So I just say
that's a racing incident.
For love of everything, get over it. Move on. Yeah.
Ross Chastain will not wreck everybody.
Yeah,
I promise.
Anyway, so that's what I think about it. But I was hoping he'd win. Not gonna lie. But at the very closing laps, when I realized he wasn't gonna win, I was cheering for Corey LaJoy.
Oh yeah, same here.
I want Corey LaJoy to win really bad.
He made a good move, finished 4th.
Yeah.
Good for him.
He says
hoping he'd win.
He says he thinks he's going to win the Coca-Cola 600 this year. So
Really?
Corey LaJoy says, yeah, he thinks, just has a feeling, I'm going to win the Coke 600 this year. Is what he
That's
says.
weird, but that'd be cool.
We'll see what happens. And when he finishes 35th, I want to know why.
He's
I just think
good at restricted play races. I
he
give him that.
needs a good ride. He's too good of a driver
Spire.
to not have a good ride.
Not Spire Motorsports, that's for sure.
Anyway, shifting into 5th and final gear is the race overall. I'll say the weekend overall on this one.
Yeah.
How does that sound?
That was a good weekend.
I really love super speedway racing. It is my favorite type of racing because nobody else does it. They have no way to do it. Nobody else can do it like NASCAR. This is what separates NASCAR into elite category for me, is this style of racing. No, I don't want it every race. But when we do have it, it's great. This Atlanta track right here, it's just awesome. I really do like it. I think I almost like it better than Daytona and Talladega.
Really? See, I still like Daytona and Talladega better, but Atlanta's obviously right up there.
When it comes to wrecks, I like Daytona and Talladega better because you think every wreck there could be somebody flying in the air and doing something. So that unknown is just awesome to have that feeling.
Yeah, that anxiousness.
Yeah. Atlanta is just the sense of speed that you get there is unlike anything because you expect it to look like Daytona and Talladega, where even though they're going 200, it doesn't feel like they're going 200 because of how big the track is. This, they're going 185 or whatever it is, 190, but it looks like they're going 350 because of how small the track is, and they're still making it work.
Yeah.
So that's what I think is cool about it, is just it looks so much faster than
It looks
anything
crazy.
else.
It looks like there's going to be a wreck. When they get 2 and 3 wide, it looks like there's going to wreck any minute.
I
all
would
the time.
love to go to a race there.
Yes, me too.
But
Next year, let's do it. All right, there you go.
shook on it. Not you guys have to pay for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's on you.
Yeah. We're pointing to our wives. Anyway, so that's what we got as for a video this week.
We didn't do percentages. Of the weekend.
Oh yeah. The percentage of the weekend overall, I'll give it a even 90%. I really enjoyed this weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, the only downsides was, yes, there was a couple too many yellows in the other races, but this race, the Cup race, kind of evened that out because there wasn't as many. And so the finishes were awesome. Never knew who was going to win until the last second.
Yeah. I would say 85% for me. Definitely love the weekend, and that was a good doubleheader to have on a Saturday. That was a good track to have something like that out in truck and Xfinity the same day. So
the Cup race alone, I would give a 75-80%.
I would say 80%. Yeah.
Now the bias side of me wants to go 40 because Joey Logano won.
That's true.
Can't stand that man.
That's hurt just a little bit.
I don't know why. I love him in the booth. I think he's a really good commentator and gives a lot of energy to the booth. But I don't know what it is about him as a driver.
He doesn't win again this year at Gateway because we'll be there again. So
I don't know. Every race that I've attended is either Joey Logano has won or Kurt Busch. Because there's only been Kurt Busch too.
Back in
only one.
Ready? Every single Cup race I've been to, Joey Logano's won.
Well, I've only been to one Cup race. Yeah. I've been to only 3, but Joey Logano won 2 of them. And I think that's pretty weird. So,
but I will say truck race and Xfinity race. It's either been the 51 truck because Corey Hunt won last year at Gateway in the 51, and then Kyle Busch. And the other truck race I was at, and the Xfinity has always been Ty Gibbs. So
that's I haven't been to Xfinity race since 2008. So Carl Edwards won that. That's the only thing. But for a truck race, it's been 51 too. It's 51 in the Bristol Dirt the very first year they won, and then 51 at the Kansas when we went there. Oh, 38. I forgot. I was at the truck race last year too at Kansas. So 38 won that.
Okay.
And then ARCA.
Ty Gibbs for me.
Ty Gibbs.
Oh well.
Anyway,
hopefully something different this year. We're on both the truck and Cup race.
I just want a Chevy. I'm a Chevy fan. Let a Chevy win for once. Sheesh.
Kyle Busch is Chevy now, though.
That is true.
So watch him win. Be like,
they'll be like, okay, well, whatever. Anyway,
subscribe,
like,
comment.
Yeah. I'll see you next week. Guess what next week
I'll be
is?
there. What?
Coda.
That's true.
It's been pretty good the last few years. Last couple years, they only did it twice, so it's not few.
It's a good finishes.
Yeah.
It's a fun, weird road course.
It is.
We get like 17 wide in the corner.
There's going to be a guest analysis, Gunther Steinman or whatever his name was. I don't know. I probably butchered that name.
I have no idea who that is.
It's a Formula One guy. They talked about that. I don't care.
Hopefully he's good.
I don't care about Formula One.
Yeah, who knows?
Everybody's like, Formula One's the elite tier of racing. Whenever you go like this and get penalized because it's a block, I don't like it.
It's true. Oh, you can't touch me. I'm too good.
I don't watch F1. They're too good for me.
Like you.
They're too stuck up. Anyway. All right.
We'll see you next week.
What a way to end the video.
Jeff.
Bird?